Hey there guys, aarava here, bringing you a new F1 2014 game idea video today. It's been a while since I've done a F1 2014 game idea video. I think the last one I did was all the way in November, I think. But before I start the video, if you didn't know, Codemasters have started up their forum once again. It's in a beta form, but it's very much still straight underway. It's very new, so please go sign up if you were previously signed up or you don't know about it. It's a great place to discuss stuff about the game, and also why I'm telling you about it is because I've started a thread on there called F1 2014 Game Ideas. So I started the thread up, posted the video I put in November, which was talking about 2013 issues, and it was like a 20-minute long rambling video about career mode and whatnot, and how I've lost a bit of interest for everything and they need to get it back on track, yada yada yada. I'll put that video in the description, but I'll also put the thread in the description. Do go sign up to the forum and do comment below your thoughts. Don't comment below in this video, comment below in that forum, because you know, I know that Luke Spring, the community manager, has already seen the forum. He's already commented in the forum himself saying keep it coming, so they are looking at it. So that's the best place to get your thoughts across, not in the comments section of this video but in that forum. So I'll put the link in the description in the top line, so you can go look at that thread that I've made and you can comment below that. So today the video is about what I want to see. Obviously I could comment it myself in the thread, but I thought I also wanted to illustrate it a bit, because as you'll see now on the screen, I've photoshopped what F1 2014 could potentially look like, not really, in our dream sort of thing. Obviously, as you can see, it's the Mercedes, the W05 2014 car. But as you can see, you know, I've kind of switched up with the graphics on it, and I've got, like, you know, the proper F1 style graphics on it. Obviously they'll never be able to get the F1 FOM graphics. It's just not something they can do, because they could never acquire the license for that, because FOM want to keep it exclusively to the TV broadcast, I'm gonna guess. Either that, or they're just a bit, you know, kind of like, you know, don't want anyone else to get it. So I don't think we'll ever be seeing that. I just put it simply there just for a bit of fun, just to see what it could potentially ever look like in our dream. But the interesting thing to note was the bottom part, as you'll see, where we got the revs and the gear changes that I've quickly made. Obviously, for 2014, there is no KERS. There's no clickable KERS. If you did not know, KERS and the turbo energy recovery system both combined together called ERS. It's all integrated into the throttle, so when the driver presses the throttle pedal, he's not only getting, you know, you're not only exploding the gas and the air and the engine, you're getting the electrical stuff from the ERS all together integrated as one power kind of thing. So there's no button to press for KERS. I do believe the drivers have a push to overtake where there's like a little blip of KERS for them to use, but it's really just negligible, and it's basically all integrated. So for the game, if they're really creating a true to life 2014 game, and you know, getting everything right, there will be no clickable KERS, there will be no bar of KERS, it'll all just be integrated. So I'm gonna guess they'll have to just sort of make the cars a bit faster. There's no way they could actually program you noticing KERS kicking in and the turbo kicking in completely, because obviously there's no turbo lag, so there's none of that to kind of put in. You know, the turbo lag is negated by ERS, so really they'll just make the cars faster and just kind of remove KERS. And because they're removing KERS, they have a bit more room to play with. But talking about room, they're, you know, doing next gen, obviously, so they have a lot of room to play with anyway. Sadly for people who are on current gen and who are sticking with current gen, I really don't have much hope for you guys. I'm sorry to say it, but I think it would be kind of, you know, a bit silly if they, you know, developed everything to be the same on the current gen, the next gen, and PC. It'd be a bit stupid. I think they have to go with the road, you know, like Titanfall's going with, you know, all the big next gen games are going with, where if they do release something for current gen, it's maybe a week after the release of the next gen one, and it's basically the same as last year's game, because there's no point investing wasted money on the current gen when, you know, the next gen's where everything's going to be in a year. So they have to think about the future. So you know, for the next gen stuff, they have plenty of room to play with anyway. But, you know, stuff like removing KERS anyway gives them even more room to play with, and also allows them to expand fuel, because you can see there I've got the little fuel symbol and 20.56% used fuel. So I think it will, you know, it will be crucial. It has to be crucial that they get the fuel saving aspect right. You know, get the mechanics of, you know, I think it would be great if you had a mechanic that, you know, lifting and coasting into a corner actually does help, you know, fuel saving. You know, upshift or short shifting up, you know, does make a difference, because we saw drivers, you know, short shifting in the red rev limit graphic, and then, you know, once they didn't have to save fuel, you know, you heard Ricciardo's engineer going hit the beeps, because, you know, then he can go full throttle, and you know, the beep as i.e., you know, hitting the purple rev limit, and the drivers get a little beep when they need to change gear. So, you know, revving up all the way to the line, then changing gear once they don't have to save fuel. So it'd be great if they had that some sort of fuel saving mechanic in there, because it is a big part of F1 2014. It'd be a shame if they didn't capture that. I'm sure Codemasters will. They try their best to capture the kind of theme of the sport every year. And, you know, after, you know, hearing stuff about, you know, they're working from the ground up again for the next gen stuff and starting from like a new engine or whatnot, and, you know, hearing, you know, Steve on Twitter and stuff like this, you know, talking, getting a bit excited about what, you know, he wants to bring, you know, stuff he didn't get to bring from 2013, bringing it into 2014. It's going to be interesting, but I do think they need to get the fuel aspect completely correct. Because, you know, it's a big part of it. They need to be able to, we need to be able to, as drivers and players, need to be able to actively save fuel, not just put lean mix on and drive around to the max and magically we save fuel. I think it'd be nice if you had to lift and coast and drive a bit differently. And also the tyre wear aspect, you know, tyre wear scaling in F1 2013 is not actually that bad. The only thing is, there's no actual way to save tyres. The setups don't work to save tyres. There's no setup out there that will help you save tyres. It's been proven and tested by many people who've done videos. Any setup does not help. It's a standard, you know, kind of scripted tyre wear that happens, you know, any way you drive or you sort of have a setup. I mean, you can drive a bit smoother and get off the curbs and not spin your wheels, and that will sort of help, but it's pretty much basically scripted. I think it would be nice if, you know, if we stayed off the curbs, if we didn't wheel spin, if we, you know, like we're seeing now, if in hairpins we're changing up to third gear before we exit the corner, if that makes a difference. It'd be great if, you know, that made a difference, and someone who doesn't change up to third and stays in first to get out of the hairpin and spins their wheels, that's going to really hurt them. It'd be great if we could see more mechanics like that allow us to actually do stuff and not just have the game kind of intelligence AI kind of just go, alright, he's put it in lean mix, so we'll save some fuel here and we're going to save some tyres. And it'd be nice to see if fuel was kind of burned per lap, per you putting the throttle down, because I was talking to teammate Malik, you'll obviously know him, and he actually noted, it was quite interesting, I was quite surprised I didn't actually know about it, that he kind of realised that the fuel on the car was actually taken out every like 7 laps or so. If you're like in a 25% race or a 50% race, that, you know, you'll realize once you're into 7 laps of a stint, suddenly you'll gain some pace, because the fuel isn't taken out per lap or per corner, it's taken out per 7 laps or something like that. So apparently, I'm just going off what teammate Malik's told me, but you know, you know, he's come out with some really good stuff in the past that he's noticed from the game, little things that not many people have noticed. So it would be great if, you know, the fuel was actually burned per lap and per you putting the throttle down, because they would have to do that to kind of have this sort of 20.56% used. And I'll put it in green there in the graphic, just because, you know, if it was in green, that means I'm on track to, you know, finish the race with even a bit more fuel than I need. Yellow could be completely optimum. I will run out just as I cross the line or something like that, or you know, I'll run out just as I cross the line or something like that. And it'll go red obviously if I'm going to run out before the finish line. It'd be great to see something like that. And yeah, that's pretty much been a small little F1 2014 ideas video about fuel saving, tyre management, There's a whole lot of other stuff I would discuss, but then the video would just be far too long. Do comment below if you want me to make another video about what I want to see in career modes and online, but this is just being the mechanics of F1 2014 and a little fantasy, just little Photoshop that I wanted to share about what it could look like at Abu Dhabi with a Mercedes W5. I've been aarava. Once again, do comment below if you want me to put another video out for game ideas, and if you have any opinions about what you want in the game, do not comment them in this video. Do go over to the thread in the Codemasters forum and type that in, because they are looking at it. You know, they are, you know, kind of like, you know, Luke Springs already replied to it and, you know, kind of said keep it going. So do comment that in the thread in the forum, not here in the comments, if you want to say something about it. Do leave a like if you enjoyed it. Comment below again if you want to see another video like this for career mode and online. I've been aarava. Hope you enjoy the rest of your day, and I will see you guys next time.